Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Listen to yourself. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to be talking about nature is the gatekeeper to our intuition from my book, Listen to Yourself. So before we get started, hey, I'm Cindy Gunrod, author of Listen to Yourself. I'm an intuitive coach and someone who deeply believes that nature is one of our greatest teachers. If you have ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or disconnected from your inner voice, nature might be the key to getting you back to yourself. So, today we're going to be diving into how nature acts as a gatekeeper to our intuition and how you can tune into her wisdom. What I have learned in my life, especially in my darkest times, I have learned that nature is always communicating with me to offer clarity, comfort, and direction. But if I'm too noisy or I'm moving with this fast-paced world and I'm really wrapped up in my to-do lists and things like that, I miss her signals. So that is why moments in nature, like taking in a soft breeze, taking in the sun on your skin, watching a bird land, smelling flowers. They can really pull us out of our overthinking mind and into the present moment. I remember one morning I was trying to figure out what how to start my second book. I was talking with my uh, publisher, and I knew I had an idea, a concept, but I didn't know how to get started. And I said, you know what? Let me just let it go. Let me fix a cup of tea and go on my deck and just take in nature. So that's when I noticed a sparrow was feeding on a plant, and when they flew away, pollen was being released from the flower into the air, and that was my sign. My intuition came in and was like, start with Mother Nature. And this is what I mean. When I got still enough and I observed, my right next step gently came without having any force, and it was beautiful. One of the biggest changes in my life was I went through a really difficult divorce. I left a toxic marriage, came up against cultural backlash of divorce, navigating the court. I was emotionally drained. And so I decided to do something radical after that process. I booked a solo trip to Costa Rica and Peru. I was there for a few months. And what I did was I walked barefoot on the sand, swam in the salt water, drank local fruits, and I snorkeled and saw all these beautiful schools of fish. I mean, Costa Rica is known for having one of the largest, biodiversity places in the it was just incredible. And of course I'm a yoga lover, so I did yoga on the beach. All of this, nature, it nurtured me back to life, not through words, but being. She reminded me that I didn't have to figure it out right away. I don't know why it was just beautiful. I had the opportunity to slow down, breathe, and trust. Whew. You know, just yesterday, I got a sign from Mother Nature. I went hiking in Great Falls on Olmsted Island, which is this gorgeous preserve stretch of bedrock, and there's these beautiful bridges that overlook these vistas. And it had rained quite a bit here, so the water was thundering, and it was lots of water, and it was just beautiful. And I noticed something remarkable. At Here you have these beautiful, huge falls and gushes of water, and at the edge of the bedrock were lots of heron. I've seen herons there from time to time, one or two, but this was like, I don't know, 10 herons just scattered on the bedrock, and their thin little delicate legs just standing on the rocks right next to the gushing water. And I'm thinking at any moment, this powerful water could just force them and, push them, and their body could be crushed and they could be swept away. But these herons, they didn't flinch. They just stood still, waiting. And that's when it hit me. In the gushing waters of life, when things are overwhelming, loud, like there's a truck passing right now, forceful, you know, we want to stay still in order to catch our fish. But what do we do instead? Well, we distract ourselves with our phones, we run through our to-do list, we think about our problems, and our next step, the insight that we're craving, it never arrives. In fact, we may even react and do something to solve our problem that is not beneficial to solving the problem, then it creates more problems. But that's another video for another day. So, Mother Nature was showing me that there is stillness, that stillness is strength. Stillness is strategy. Stillness is where our intuition speaks. Another way that she showed me is just how things shed, like in the fall, how trees let go of their leaves. And letting go isn't a loss, it's preparation for the next thing. It's a cycle. And all of this stuff is backed by science. A Harvard article on ecotherapy found that nature reduces our overthinking mind, our rumination that happens in the frontal lobe, I believe. And they did a study where they found it reduces stress, anxiety, and even depression. When we step outside, our overthinking mind begins to quiet. And that, my friends, is when the truth can arise. So here's an invitation. Let nature coach you. Let her teach you to pause, observe, and trust. Whether it's sparrow dropping seeds or, you know, a tree shedding its leaves or a heron standing still amidst a chaos. There's a message waiting for you. Your job, be still long enough to hear it. If you're seeking clarity and peace right now, know that nature holds both. Go outside, be barefoot, watch the sky. Let your intuition wake you up. So, if this message landed with you, like this video below, share it, comment, and if you have a friend in need, share it with someone that maybe they need a reminder to be still and listen. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe for more tools on how you can live and lead with your intuition. Until next time, my friends.